All right, 7th grade, here's our first lesson in Chapter 0. This is called Hidden Math. This will be a little different than the previous video that you watched. In this case, you shouldn't have any notes completed in Lesson 1 yet. Just watch the video with me and follow along. Okay, so hidden math. There are 3 things that can be hidden in math at this time. We'll learn a little bit more later in the year. First thing are hidden zeros. And pretty much what hidden zeros are zeros that we can put in numbers that do not change their value. Okay, so let's start with the number 15. I can add zeros to this number without changing its value. Okay, I'm going to start by adding a 0 right here. It's really goofy to see a 0 leading a number. I know that. So it's very unlikely that we're going to need to add zeros in front of a whole number, but it can be done, and it does not change the value of the number. That number is still the number 15. Okay, that would be a hidden 0. Like I said, not very common to see the 0 there, but it is common for us to need to add zeros in different places, particularly after the decimal. So let's get my decimal here after the 15, and I can add zeros after that decimal, and it does not change the value of the number. It's still the number 15. Okay, I can add another 0 if I want. I can add another 0, and it's still the number 15. So this will come in handy when we later do adding and subtracting decimals. Okay, so hidden zeros. I can add zeros in front of a whole number or at the very end of a number after the decimal, and it does not change the value. Let's see another example. So let's say we have the number 2 and 53 hundredths. So where can I add zeros? I can add a 0 in front of the 2. Again, not very common, probably not going to happen a whole lot. But more importantly, I can add the 0 after the 3, after the last digit in the decimal place. And I can add more of those zeros. I can add a 0 after there and there and there, and it does not change the value of my number. It may change how I read it temporarily because of the place value, and we'll talk more about place value in a later video, but it doesn't change the value of the number. Okay? Next, we have hidden ones. Hidden ones, also very important in math. Hidden ones, anytime you have a whole number, we have a hidden 1 in the denominator. So the whole number 5 has a hidden 1 in the denominator. Okay, that'll come in handy during fractions in this chapter. The whole number 10 has a hidden 1 in the denominator. The whole number -3 has a hidden 1 in the denominator. You probably remember that from 6th grade. There are more hidden ones that we will talk about when it comes to algebra, but for right now, we're going to talk about the hidden 1 in the denominator of a whole number. Last but not least, the hidden positive sign. Okay, anytime you see a number with no sign in front, we know there is a positive sign hidden in front of it. So we are to assume that any number with no sign in front is going to be a positive number. Okay, and that will come into play again later on in our algebra chapters. So, to review, 3 types of hidden math that we talk about today. Hidden zeros, which come before a whole number or after the last digit in the decimal. Hidden ones, which come in the denominator of a whole number. And the hidden positive sign, which is a sign that we don't write typically, but we understand it to be true. If there is a whole number with no sign in front, we know it is a positive number. Right now, your job is to go ahead and do your practice problems for this lesson and check your answers in Schoology.